Hello, everybody. I'm Sebastian Malinowski. Thank you for watching the Burlington Lifestyle Show. I am standing right here at Kelly's Bake Shop in front of these lovely, two extremely successful ladies. Kelly Childs to my right and her daughter, Erinn Weatherbie. Welcome to the Burlington Lifestyle Show. It is absolutely incredible to be standing here.
We're grateful.
Yes.
I've been trying to get this appointment for the longest time to talk to them.
So funny.
I love to talk to entrepreneurs, business owners, but foremost, over top of anything else, just awesome, amazing people. So we're going to be unrolling this in the Burlington Lifestyle as well. So let's get right down to it. Right down with the questions. Kelly, my first question, what do you think of Erinn? I know she's your daughter, but you don't have to be nice and all. I mean, really, what do you think of her?
Well,
Who is Erinn?
Good question to start with.
Exactly.
So Erinn, to me, first off and foremost, is I don't think of her as my daughter.
Okay,
So
interesting.
I actually think of her as this just amazing human being that I am just so grateful and in awe of every day. She's respectful. She's calm. She's bright. She's just an amazing leader. How I see her guide people, and how she is in relationships, even personally, together with your significant others, etc. I see her as being this just an amazing soul that I can't get enough of.
Wow.
And crazy enough.
Lots of love happening. I can feel it. I can sense it.
But I never think of her that often as my daughter.
Wow.
I'm just gifted that she happens to be. And I mean,
Yes.
I guess I have pictures to show that I had a massive stomach. Pregnant with her.
You can prove it if you need to.
Yeah, but otherwise, I just go, wow, how did this happen to me?
Absolutely. Erinn.
How do I top that?
Well,
like, seriously?
I don't know. I mean, I can.
Is that fair?
You can think of something. Just like make something up if
can
you need
lie.
to.
Oh, God, oh, God. Well, my mom, Kelly, first and foremost, obviously, she's an incredible, incredible human being, incredible woman. She is, bar none, my biggest inspiration. She's my best friend, and she is the most passionate, most tenacious, most incredible human being I know. And I'm just so blessed and so grateful to be able to say that I can work with her every single day, and that we can share this beautiful relationship that we have and that we've always had together on a daily basis. So I love you.
For once, you didn't call me spicy.
I didn't. Maybe we'll get into that later.
Does she always call you spicy?
A little. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's our relationship, spicy and the calm.
There you go. Perfect.
Yin and yang.
Yeah,
It works out
exactly.
perfect.
It's
Exactly. So who's the boss here? We've got two bosses. Who's the boss? You're pointing the finger at each other. That's interesting.
I think that we jointly absolutely have our strengths and weaknesses, and collectively, I think, we become, this massive presence. It's like Erinn wouldn't be the only boss. I cannot possibly be an only boss. We are together in this. It's like, because we each have our significant strengths, it makes us this beautiful, complete package of loveliness.
Yeah.
Because our staff are so important to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Exactly.
really is first and foremost. Is we lead with love. We and they work with us. No one works for us.
Yes.
That's kind of our massive philosophy here. Is we don't govern that way.
Yeah.
We just truly manage our people through love.
Yeah, so that's your leadership style between the two of you for your employees. They kind of, you work together as opposed to you kind of being on some upper level and they're kind of running around doing your stuff.
Exactly.
That's amazing. I mean, that definitely shows signs of true leadership right there.
And I think both of us know where our strengths lie. So, we try not to step on each other's toes, right? Because it's very easy to, right? I mean, we're a mother-daughter and we're also a business together. So it's hard to have those lines be completely, clear all the time. So it's always a work in progress, but I think we're doing pretty well.
We know where to step back.
Exactly.
So is it one of those situations where before Erinn says something, you know what she's going to say, and you kind of say, okay, you know what, let's cool down a little bit. Let's kind of work
absolutely.
through things.
Yeah, we sort of know what each other is going to say. And so I'll stay quiet at that moment. I know Erinn's going to step forward in her greatness and do her thing. And likewise, I think that you do the same thing with me. I see her step back and go, okay, Mom, it's your turn to do it. So.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's good.
Can you remember the moment, the exact specific moment you thought of this place in your head? You thought into existence, the moment where you thought, I'm going to start up Kelly's Bake Shop.
I think
I do.
Well,
I know for me.
Yeah. Well, I think it was back when we started off at our restaurant and we were baking and cooking out of there, and we just kind of realized that we needed to have this space, and we were baking out of about 200 square feet at that moment, and I think we envisioned a bakery, but we didn't envision this bakery. It was some sort of, a fairy tale sort of bakery, and when it actually became 3D, it was kind of like, wow, this is real. Oh my gosh. But I can't really think of a specific time.
No, it was. I mean, we were at Kind Food.
It was evolved.
And I think there was tears running down my face. Are you kidding me? That I actually still have to make cupcakes, and then there's onions and garlic being chopped beside
Okay, so
me.
it was all in one.
Oh, yeah.
And then at one point in time you said, let's start off Kelly's Bake Shop and separate this nonsense.
It needs its own space. I kept feeling that it was being suffocated by Kind Food, and also Kind Food was being suffocated by cupcakes. And so once we pulled it out, we went, wow, they both had their own entity to breathe and grow through.
That's right.
They came alive.
How did you choose this location?
Oh, it was just
it kind of just like dropped from the universe.
We just saw the for lease sign and went,
Oh, so it was literally that easy.
We just jumped all over it. Yeah, it was so easy.
It was so easy.
It was good.
There were a few people contending for this location.
Okay.
And then we just put in a business plan proposal to the landlord, and we're so grateful that they chose us.
Yeah.
And here you are.
Yeah.
How did you learn to run a business? I mean, you've got to learn sometime.
Yeah.
We're not born being entrepreneurs.
No.
I think that we have both always been very independent and very, very like strong-minded. So
I was a single mom for 16 years with Erinn.
Yeah. So I think that there's a level of that beautiful independence and that strength that we've always felt. And, I mean, we've done tons and tons of like reading and tons of education ourselves. But
and we've tapped into consultants. And, it's really worked out really well.
Yes.
What's your favorite aspect of running a business?
What's a favorite aspect?
I think it's the favorite aspect for me is the smiles that we give to people. That's just, for me, just makes it all the worthwhile. Or the tears when a child has, say, a brownie or a cupcake or an ice cream sundae or something for the first time because they've got an egg allergy or a dairy allergy or wheat or nut or something. And we've managed to tap into this all-inclusiveness, as Erinn said, that we are this all-inclusive place that people get to love and enjoy and share celebrations with, milestones with. And for me, it's just that euphoric smile, and you see it from ear to ear from a little kid, right? And then you see Mom and Dad in the background, and they're bawling.
Oh my goodness!
And we're going, okay, that did it.
And then that makes it all worth it, right? I mean, working 80 hours a week, and then you see someone crying because they just had your cupcake, and it's just the best thing ever. That makes everything worth it at the end of the day. So.
And I'm just here to make my wife happy on my anniversary. I mean, and you guys are dealing with the real deal here. Kids crying because they're having what they perceive to be like some chocolatey goodness, which it is goodness, but a good type of goodness as opposed to processed foods that every kid out there, it seems like every kid is being fed.
Exactly.
Which is, I've got strong opinions on that, but we're not going to get into that right here.
So do we. So do we.
Exactly.
It's so important for a child to feel normal.
Yes.
And what is normal, though?
Right.
But to be, to go to a birthday party and there's, 12 to 15 kids there, and you're the odd man out.
Right.
There's a really sad feeling. But now it's so cool to be that kid because they're walking in with a Kelly's cupcake.
That's right.
And they're now the cool kid, right? And then usually, though, too, now we're finding the moms are actually ordering Kelly's cupcakes for everybody, right? So, it's just this win-win. There's this, like, it stops the bullying. It stops the child from feeling so excluded.
Yeah.
And so that is so rewarding.
It's not just Kelly's Bake Shop.
No.
I mean, it's so much more.
It sounds like lives are literally changing in a positive way because of it.
They are.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I asked you, Erinn, about Kelly, and I asked Kelly about Erinn. But if you were to describe yourself in just 3 words, 3 words, that's all you get, no more. Not a fourth.
Wow.
Just 3 words.
You are putting us on the spot here.
This is what it's about.
You want me first?
You first. Unless you can see Erinn's kind of going,
I'm like,
3 words, 3 words.
thinking.
And you can't copy me.
I know, I can't.
If it makes your life easier, let's go with 2.
So, describe myself, I'm going to describe myself as love.
Okay. That's
It was,
obvious.
It was the first word I learned how to spell.
Wow.
And I remember running around the house. I was about 2 or so, and I think I drove my parents nuts. And they probably thought they had this little psycho little daughter. And I went, L-O-V-E, L-O-V-E, wherever I went. And it was just this thrilling thing. And I remember that clear as a bell. And then I'm going to say maybe tenacious.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't give up.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
To have a business like this, you
Yes.
can't. You obviously can't.
No.
You know, there are businesses on so many levels, but you've really taken it up, and it shows. Any successful business out there, people that are persistent and give it all, that's a result for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
100%.
All for love.
Yours were so good. My gosh.
Aaron's like, next question, please.
No.
I'm not going there.
I'd say for me, calm would be the first one. And I practice yoga about 6 or 7 days a week, and I meditate pretty much every single day. And I feel like that instantly translates into a calm environment that we have here at the Bake Shop, as well as Let Us Love.
Yes.
I think that our staff can feel it. They can feel the nice energy. They can feel the calmness that kind of comes through everything. So
I think you are peace.
yeah,
What? Yeah.
peace, calm, yeah, for sure. And then I would just say independent. Very,
Okay.
but with independence, like strength too.
Okay.
I'm an only child, so I've always learned to be very independent. I mean, I would play games with myself when I was little because I didn't have brothers and sisters to do it with, right?
Yeah.
So
She was 3 years old setting her own alarm clock.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I never had to get her out of bed. I mean, you were doing your own breakfast and lunches at like 8 years of age.
Yeah.
Like she had her stuff together, man.
Very independent. So
Wow.
yeah, which is great because I mean a little bit more of an organized mindset coming into a business like this. I feel like I can see things, you know, kind of a 20,000 foot view, and then just try to delegate and execute things as
you
we
are
need.
amazing at executing.
Yeah.
So we've got spicy and calm.
I know, right?
Oh, totally.
It's the perfect duo.
Exactly. So looking at all this amazingness back here, what's your biggest bestseller that people just can't get enough of?
I'd probably say our Mile High Brownie.
Yeah.
Our brownies are absolutely incredible. It's about a 7-step process to make our brownies.
Wow.
And there is so much love that goes into every single brownie. It's insane. And people come from far and wide for our Mile Highs. We actually won Best Dessert in all of Toronto with our Mile High brownie. That's incredible. But I mean, everything's amazing. Everything's a bestseller.
I eat them for breakfast.
Yeah.
For breakfast.
But you know, because we are coming with a healthier bakery that
That's
happens
right.
to be all this stuff, right?
Yes.
So a lot of our stuff can, be done for breakfast. So hint, hint.
Yeah.
But I guess, our snickerdoodle sandwiches, those are like a massive seller. And then when we do our feature cupcakes, like we're doing a root beer float cupcake right now, for example, we do that for 3 weeks. We try to do them sort of seasonally based on what's natural for local farmers. So we put the fresh cherries on top.
Wow.
So, those kind of things too sell out every single day.
Yeah.
So we sort of have our long-term bestseller, which would be the Mile High brownie and the triple fudge brownie. So the brownie base.
Yeah.
And then I think our feature cupcakes really nail it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What's your favorite?
You nailed it, Mile High Brownie.
Okay.
When I'm in here, always. My wife
So
knows
good.
what I'm going to order.
I know.
It is, right? I could be waiting outside in the car. She never has to say, so honey, what do you want me to get you? She just comes in here,
She
runs
just
in and
comes and
gets me
gets
Mile
it.
High.
And
That's
what's
where it's
Alita's
at.
favorite?
Alita's favorite is, I forgot the name. It's those
The skinny cookies?
skinny cookies.
Skinny cookies.
With chocolate chips.
Those are awesome.
Those are her favorite.
And those are great because they're sweetened with roasted bananas, so there's no cane sugar or anything like that in them. So they're a really, really great healthy option.
That's right.
So,
She won't give me a bite. Can I have a bite? No.
They're great frozen too.
That's right.
They really are awesome frozen. Have you ever tried them frozen?
Really frozen?
Yeah.
I will have to tell her.
Yeah.
Freeze them and then have them for breakfast.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's perfect. What time do they have to get in here in the morning to start?
Between 4 and 5 a.m. Our
my.
awesome, incredible, beautiful, great team is here at 4 or 5 a.m. depending on the day. So yeah, bright and early baker's hours.
So is this how your interview process goes? So, what time you wake up in the morning? 6. Next.
Well, I mean, you have to be a morning person.
You have to.
Yeah,
You
the baking
have to
business
be.
has to
And
be.
I mean, whoever applies for a baking job for sure knows that it's a morning gig.
It comes with the
Yeah.
territory.
It's a big volume, that we put out back there too. So when Erinn says when we have our girls come in at 4 or 5 in the morning, there's usually 3 or 4 of them minimum that come in at that time. So you're looking at about 20 hours of prep that's required for us to open at 9 a.m.
Wow.
So that's a lot of
That is a lot of
workmanship
time.
Man hours.
and
Lot.
man hours, girl hours,
Girl
not man
hours, girl hours.
That's
sorry.
right.
that go on back there, right?
Yeah.
So and for us to be open and fully equipped, that's what it takes.
Now, I have a next question, but I have to grab this recipe book. That's
Okay.
right over here. One
Yes.
second here.
Stay tuned.
That's right. I've got a recipe book right here with me. And the biggest question about Made with Love, which is, by the way, new recipe book they had just published, who comes up with all these recipes? I'm curious. I mean, do you sit there at night at 2 in the morning pulling out your hair going, I don't know what to come up with? Or does it just flow? Like,
Well, no, we've had those.
We've
Those
had
nights.
for sure, like 100%. I mean, thankfully, a lot of these recipes from Made with Love are from Let Us Love Our Restaurant as well as the Bake Shop, and
Okay.
then there are a really beautiful selection of ones from our home kitchens as well. So they've kind of been our classic go-to recipes, but it's a lot of work.
This book was also a 3-year project for us.
Yes.
3 years.
So we essentially started it. We got signed by a New York City agent. He
Okay.
found us online on a very random, serendipitous sort of search he did on Google, and then we popped up.
Really? Now, that's a
So
story in itself.
It is a story in itself. And so he signed us, and he's Paul Fedorko, amazing man from New York City, from eNOS Beanstalk talent agency. And so then he shopped us, and then we were picked up by Penguin Random House,
Okay.
which was amazing.
Yes.
So then we had these sort of deadlines all of a sudden,
Of
right?
course.
Oh,
So-
great.
And the deadlines got extended and extended. So
Okay.
it was because it was really hard to do between both businesses.
Of
And
course.
we did a rebrand of Kind Food. We changed that to Let Us Love Cafe.
That's right. Yes, you did.
Opening this place, and we were growing at such a rapid rate. Anyway, so we somehow managed to find the time to write a book.
Yeah.
So a lot of these recipes are from Let Us Love and from
Yeah.
Kelly's Bake Shop, thankfully. And we just had to scale them down to make them, better for families. And then we have our own favorites that Erinn and I
Yeah.
sort of live by in our, how we live our life every day. So it's a true lifestyle book. It is
Yeah.
how Erinn and I live.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite in here? You said Erin's got her favorites. Erin?
I'm a total green smoothie freak.
Okay.
So there's a green smoothie recipe in here that is one of my favorites, and it's my go-to. It's so great, and I find that I can drink green smoothies and I'll be full for
Yeah.
like a good portion of the day. And I mean, you're getting your greens too. You don't need to
Yes.
sit there and eat a salad, which I
Yes.
love. I do not like eating salads, so if I can drink it,
I can drink my
I'm
salads.
happy.
It is liquid
I'm
salads.
happy.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
For
and it
sure.
tastes good.
So what's the name in case somebody thinking, man, I want to know what she likes. What's the name of that green
The
smoothie?
name of is Erinn's Energy Boosting Green Smoothie.
Erin's Energy Greens Boosting Energy. See, it's already a mouthful.
Erinn's Energy Boosting Green Smoothie.
Energy
That's
boosting.
incredible.
Energy boosting. Yeah.
I know in the morning when I get up, most people run out for coffee.
Yeah.
First thing I do is make myself a greens drink.
Yep.
And it's incredible. Like when you drink it, you fill your energy tank just
It's incredible.
They
literally
become
come
addictive,
up.
right?
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
say this to us maybe even 10, 15 years ago. We
Yeah.
go, green smoothies. Okay, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Green? Why am I
But
drinking
now
green?
We
Right.
have to have it every day. It's like when people crave chocolate or a cigarette, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
We've never had that craving.
Yeah.
But when you crave things, we literally crave green smoothies.
Yeah.
Wow.
It might sound weird, but yeah.
You know what? I know it sounds weird, and I would have thought the same thing, but like I said, in the morning, first thing you do is I wake up and I feel like my body just needs that natural energy as opposed to the superficial caffeinated kind of the
Absolutely.
coffees
Right.
or
But
whatever
also,
people
too,
usually have.
really great for anti-aging. And so that's what I tell people
That's
so
your
often,
secret,
too. When you
right
when you hit
there.
a certain age, you're like worrying about those wrinkles and stuff, and you don't want to resort to, what people do when they hit 50
Yeah.
or younger,
Oh,
even
my
those
goodness.
injections and stuff, right? I said, okay, I ain't doing that stuff. So this is what I do. I do green
Wow.
smoothies, and there's so much collagen in them.
Yes.
And I find that it does help with the aging process.
And the alkaline level, I mean, that's, you know,
Very much
counteracts
so.
everything else.
For chronic
that's
illnesses.
out there.
You got it.
For
right.
sure.
Reversing perhaps those chronic illnesses we have of cancers.
Yeah,
That
for
sort of
sure.
thing.
You touched a little bit about your employees here. What's the culture when people walk in? I mean, I could describe it, but what's the culture here that you're that you have established?
For the girls, for the employees.
For all you ladies in here.
We do have one boy.
One,
We do,
really?
one
You tuck him in the
out of
back.
20, yeah.
He's the guy that comes in at 3 in the morning, opens the door, right?
Right.
Andy's amazing. He's been with us almost since the day that Kind Food was born.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we've kept Andy with us the whole time.
So I think that the culture we create is a very empowering culture. We tend to empower our staff to think for themselves and to take the initiative for themselves, so that we're not the ones barking orders, because those are not the kind of bosses that we would ever be or ever want to be. So it's empowering them to take ownership for this place, because everybody that works here loves the brand, loves Kelly's Bake Shop, wants to be a part of it. So for them to feel like they have a say in it, for them to feel like they have, you know, some sort of a stake in Kelly's Bake Shop is beautiful.
Yeah, we want them to, flourish on their own.
Yes.
So we kind of say to you, we give you enough rope to hang yourself, and if that's what happens,
that's your choice.
That's right.
with kindness.
With kindness.
But they are, and everyone's excited to excel, because you know what, they actually see the end result too, because we show them our reviews, we get on TripAdvisor, you know, like we're between Let Us Love and Kelly's Bake Shop, we're like number 1 and number 2 in Burlington. We just we alternate positions every week.
It's hilarious.
But we share those reviews with the staff, because the staff are the ones that are getting those reviews.
Yes.
It's not us.
Yeah.
It's not a personal
that's
thing
right.
to us at all
Yeah.
whatsoever. So, and collectively, these reviews are complete testament to our beautiful people that work with us.
Yeah.
Again, not for us, right? So we are this team, and they know they're part of the team. So they see the smiles that the kids get, and that's what makes them excited in the back. And they go, you know, it's my cupcake that I made that made this little boy, you know,
So excited.
it made his birthday.
That's right. Yeah, for sure. What do you guys do for fun? I mean, it sounds like you work.
Mom.
Okay, that was going to be my point. You're probably working 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. Is there fun time?
So we went to Vancouver for 4 days.
Yeah, and most of that.
Don't tell me you worked all 4 days.
We did a book tour, those
for
gigs
about 2.5 days, and then we had a day to ourselves to kind of chill.
Book tour.
Yeah, we took a seaplane to Victoria to visit a friend, very good friend, and then we did a day in Stanley Park, and then we flew home.
Yeah.
And then back to work again.
So that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
When do you get your next weekend? In 6 months?
I know, right?
Yeah,
I know. Well, you know, it's always a balance, right? Because having this kind of business and being an entrepreneur, you're literally on the clock 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if you are on the other side of the world, your phone is always there, your computer is always there. So
we got these little gadgets right here.
Exactly. So
we're always dialed in.
It's just, but then it's at the same time, it's then taking that time for yourself and saying, you know what, I know that these guys are going to be total rock stars when we're gone, so we're going to empower them to be great. And then when we come back, we're refreshed and we're re-energized, and we're not so drained, which can happen sometimes.
So maybe that's why you do yoga, right?
Exactly.
Well, and you do need that break. I've been working on trying to detach myself from electronics at, say, 8 p.m. Because it's hard to check email, hard to not check emails at say 10, 11 o'clock at night. Because I always go, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to have 150 new ones. I want to get a head start on it.
Yes.
But I'm amping myself up for my sleep, right? So.
But it's always going to be there too, right?
Yeah. Ariana Huffington, she's written an amazing book about the power of sleep and how it is our inherent right to survive and thrive as this beautiful species on this planet, that we have to have our sleep.
Yes.
It's golden. So that's a mandate for me before the end of the year, is to nail sleep.
More sleep.
Because I do go on 2 or 3 hours sleep a night easily.
Really?
Oh, I can just go, and then what happens? So you end up.
And then you just like hit a wall one day.
I'll hit a wall.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then it's forced
and
vacation
then you get
time.
sick,
Right.
and it's not
or
it's not
sick,
healthy.
right?
Yeah.
That's right. Well, you've got green smoothies.
We always got green smoothies to fall back on.
Oh my god, Erinn, talk to me about yoga that you do. I've seen you on all over Facebook. You do yoga in the square.
Yes.
What do you want the people out there to know? You're running yoga classes,
yes,
is that right?
So I am in February. Actually, I went to Mexico and Baja Peninsula there, and I went to the Yandara Yoga Institute, and I became a certified yoga instructor. It's always been something that I have always wanted to do. I've been practicing yoga for a few years now, and it's such a beautiful, blissful thing for myself, and I wanted to have the ability to share that with everybody else. So when I came back, we actually got approached by the city of Burlington to do one of the Fit in the Core events.
Okay.
And for my first yoga class, I had just under 100 people show up for it, which was incredible. And then we did another event just outside of the bakery here during the Sound of Music Festival when Brant Street was closed.
Oh, yes.
And we had about 70 people show up to that, which was again, amazing. And now we're starting to do some more classes. I'm starting to kind of set some up with our staff for both Kelly's Bake Shop and Let Us Love.
Good.
Because I think it's a beautiful thing to kind of bring that kind of spirituality and that mindfulness into our two businesses.
Yes.
So I haven't really set up a whole business yet because, I've been a little busy with everything else, but it's something that I want to start getting into, and stay tuned for more updates.
Oh, so there's a stay tuned.
Oh, yes, for sure.
And it's a secret right now.
It is,
right?
It is.
Okay, well then I'm not going to ask you about it.
We can let them know about our other one we're doing now.
If you want,
You can let us know about anything that you're doing. I know that there's stuff on the go, but I'm not sure what you want out there or not.
Yeah, so what we're working on another website right now. And it's something that we've been sort of really driven to do. It's been burning inside of us to share what we do with people behind the scenes. What do we actually do in our lives personally? And exactly why you're interviewing us, right? How do we actually live? So KellyandErinn.com is going to be released the end of August, beginning September. We've hired an amazing website creating team to do this for us. So it's going to be how we live, things that we're obsessed about, where we shop, where we would do retreats. What does our yoga day look like? What does meditation look like for us? What is near and dear and favorite to us and to our hearts? And we're going to be sharing it with people on our own on our website.
Your personal story, your personal journey.
Yeah,
That's
it's going to be a
fun.
lifestyle website.
That's right.
It's
I can see. People want to know what happens behind the scenes, I think, with other people.
I think so too.
You see another person and think, man, if I was a fly on the wall, you know how many times we hear that saying, if I was a fly in the wall and I could see what happens in the day of this person, I think that would be something absolutely incredible people would tune into.
And, I think a lot of people too think that, doing, like working for yourself is easy. If you make it look easy, you're out in the media, you're doing stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so great. But they don't see the other, 14 hours that you just put in that day, and you're like, your eyes are barely open. It's like, okay, let's smile.
And we all have stuff going on too.
Yeah, we all have our own personal life.
Like relationship issues and, how do we get along with significant others in our lives? And, how do we get along? And, who's still in my family? My mom's still alive, that kind of thing, right? What goes on and how do I manage that? And, when I go and visit her, how I empty out her refrigerator because it's full of awful stuff, and she drives me nuts. So, that could be a whole, segment on the website in itself.
When all this is said and done, and you are no longer here, what do you want to be remembered by? What's the legacy you want to leave behind?
Wow, that's a tough one. But it's something that we all should be living our life, in the present moment.
We will all leave some sort of legacy. The question is...
what is it?
What is it? It's a tough one.
And it's kind of could be more of an ego-driven question too, right? Because you don't really, I try to live my life just purely just being who I am, and the consequences of how I live, how will that be in my legacy? I kind of don't think that because I try to just live true to my core. And I guess the karmic response to that would be, how is my legacy going to be afterwards? I would like people to have had their life touched in a very positive way by me.
Okay. L-O-V-E.
And however that means. That's what I would like. So to not have, a special tombstone with anything like that written on it. It's not who I am.
No.
It's just I would just like people to have had a chance to have their life positively touched in some way. Hopefully it's shifted to the better, and they think about life in a different way.
Lead by example.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
For sure.
I think for me, I think it's bringing more kindness into the world. So people remembering me for being compassionate, for being kind, for, you know, bringing smiles to people's faces in whatever way that is, you know, maybe in my personal life, in my work life, whatever that is, and just bringing some more compassion and just love into this world, because this world needs it so badly right now.
For sure.
And it's just something that I think it's all within us. You just need to tap into it yourself. Right?
Be that beacon of light for the darkness.
Yeah. It's tough to stand out amongst the crowd. Everybody just kind of wants to blend in.
Yeah.
And the one amazing thing that both of you ladies have done is you refuse to blend in. Absolutely refuse. And that's why you are here and where you are in life. I want to use the word successful, but success means something different. And I'm not talking monetary success, because that's what people would think, man, success means money. Yeah. But success means something different to each one of you.
Yeah, success is happiness, and it's just showing up. You know, to do something half-assed. Are we allowed to say that?
You can say whatever you want. So this is my show. You can throw the F-bomb in there if you want. People out there may lose a few audience members, but
okay, I'm so excited now. It's to show up.
Be your authentic self. That's all I say.
And own it, right? Yeah. So, you know, like the garden we were looking outside the window here, I redid it yesterday, and what is it, the middle of July. Yeah. And I didn't like how I had planted it already a month and a half ago, and I went, okay, I'm changing it, bought all new flowers, and in that humidity, I had an afro, and redid it. But that's showing up. That's like I'm just raising that bar,
owning
again,
it,
because the customers look out that window and they go, wow, you know, this is my tranquility. The birds come down. There's some butterfly bushes and stuff, and people get to escape.
Yes,
looking out at beauty, and it's creating this beautiful.
This place is amazing. I know I walk in here in the evening when it's just getting dark and the lights are on the tree. There's a crowd around here. There's like a buzz in the air around this location, and you can't explain it. You go across the street, no buzz, crickets, tumbleweed.
It's so true.
Right? But people kind of conjugate here. They're sitting on the bench. They're having conversation. They're connecting. Yeah. And I don't know what you ladies have done here, but you've created an atmosphere for people to do that.
It's the magic.
It's the magic.
You know, we get a lot of, we've had energy work done and consulted with, we call them angel workers. And we've been told that our business is run by angels now. Yes. So I know I've surrendered to it. I think Erinn has too. I'm talking on behalf of the two of us, that we realize that we don't own this business. Kelly's Bake Shop is not our business anymore. Yes. It's really run by the universe and angels, and we're just the proprietors. We're just kind of like the facilitators. We're just kind of here every day. Yeah. But we know it's run on a totally different level. Than other
businesses.
If people don't understand that, they think maybe, well, you're an entrepreneur and you force business into existence, but they don't understand that there's a higher power, higher level that will assist you and create, and eventually they kind of take over, and you just say, I will do whatever it takes to help you run my business.
I surrender.
I surrender, exactly.
And that's what we have done.
I 100% agree with that. Absolutely. If you were conducting this interview, I may throw a curveball here at you, so think about it.
Another one.
I love curveballs, because that's where you kind of get to see the true people, right? If you were me conducting this interview, what is one question you want me to ask you?
What do we feel we still need to work on within ourselves?
That's a good one. What's next? Let me ask you. What do you still need to work on? What's next for you?
I still need to work on, for myself personally, is finding some more balance. So finding some more balance, that's probably like my biggest thing, for
sure. That's Erinn's thing every day.
Is finding that.
We need balance.
I don't know if I say it like that, for sure. But
and then you throw the phone. There's no such thing.
No. But just finding that beautiful balance where, you know, you're able to enjoy this place when you're here, right? And just be so present with it. But then when you're outside of the two businesses, be present in those moments, because it is challenging, for sure. I mean, you get a phone call and say, okay, like the air conditioning is not working and it's 40 degrees outside, or, you know, our point of sale system decided to stop working, so okay, you got to come back in. So it's those kinds of things that take you out of the present moment, and I would just like to be in the present moment.
Be in the
present,
little
more.
Yes. I think that's very common amongst entrepreneurs. You get so consumed in the entrepreneurship
Yes.
of everything you do, that it's all consuming 24 hours a day, that when you talk to people, you're kind of hearing, but you're not there.
Yes.
Right.
You're not present with them,
That's
listening.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And nothing is really that catastrophic, ever.
Right?
No.
Exactly. If you really break it down,
Right. Even if the
hindsight's
place burned
20/20.
down.
Yeah, you're like, okay,
Okay.
we'll start up another one across the
Right.
street.
We have insurance. It's okay, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, having gone through your experience of having run 2 businesses, there are many people out there that think, man, I would love to start a business. Perhaps they're in college. What pieces of advice would you give them for these people that are in their early 20s?
First off, be prepared to show up. And when we mean show up, you show up for your life, you show up for your passion, you show up for the business that is a consequence of your passion. You have to show up for it and be prepared for, when Erinn said 80 hours, I think sometimes too, we usually do 100, 120
Yeah.
hours a week. And so you don't think that just entrepreneurship is putting in that 9 to 5 because it's your business and you don't
Yeah.
have a boss. It's
You
not.
punch the
that-
clock,
no,
I'm in,
it's
I'm
not.
out. Yeah.
No, and there's not a lot of glamorousness. Is that a word?
Yeah.
We'll make it a word.
is.
Today
It
it's
is.
a word.
fine.
Glamorousness. There's not a lot of glamorousness with being an entrepreneur, right? And it is hard work.
Yes.
There's days when I don't want to put makeup on and I don't want to do my hair and I just
Yeah.
want to just come in and get the job done. But you have to make that effort to always put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
Because you're being seen and revered by your staff,
Yes.
colleagues, people walking up and down the street, customers, partners, and you have to put that best foot forward because you're always being judged.
Yes. Unfortunately, the world revolves
And-
around
yeah.
judginess.
Right.
That's my new word for today.
Yeah.
Judginess.
Judginess. It's true.
Glamorousness and judginess.
Yeah.
So and to show up. So you really it's a beautiful thing, right?
Yes.
So if you want to start your own gig, awesome that you want to do that, but you have to have a solid business plan.
Yes.
What do you want to look like a year from now? What do you want to look like 2 years from now? And show up for it like you're already there.
Yeah.
We say fake it till you make it,
Yeah, that's right.
and that's what we did.
Yeah.
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 We've
Created.
believed in ourselves so much.
Yes. People don't see that probably thousands of hours you've put in already
Yeah.
in the past few years.
Oh my gosh.
They see success. They see, oh, we're going to come in here. I mean, what do? They bake cookies and all of a sudden they're successful.
Right.
It's
so much
it is
more
so
than
not.
that.
Exactly.
So beyond the food.
That's
So much
right.
more than that.
Success is hard work.
Yes.
It is.
It's not the
Yeah.
ta-da, I've arrived.
No.
You never arrive. Do you ever feel like you arrive?
No, because it's all about the journey.
It is
anyways,
the journey.
right?
That's the beautiful part, right?
Yeah, it's
this
not
is
about.
this is a journey, right?
That's
dude,
a piece of the puzzle, piece of
Right.
your journey that
Yeah.
keeps
Yeah.
going from this point
Absolutely.
forward.
doing another website's a journey. Just
Yeah.
coming in and today and having just sort of meeting with you. It's all this journey. It's
Yeah.
all-
Constantly evolving,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Constantly evolving to be the best that we can be as people, and we can put our best foot forward then as a result here and at Let Us Love.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, for the viewers, that don't know anything about you, you have 2 locations here: Kelly's Bake Shop and Let Us Love.
Yeah.
What's the address here, where we're standing, Kelly's Bake Shop, in case people want to come in here for the awesome goodness?
So Kelly's Bake Shop, we're at 401 Brant Street. We're just north of Lakeshore and just across the street from City Hall.
Yep.
And just beautiful big white building with Kelly's Bake Shop written all over it.
Exactly. we could see kind of the lake from over there. So
Yeah.
you viewers just turn around. There's the lake right
Yeah.
there.
we have the pink tree outside.
Yeah.
That's right.
The
In
nice
case you
pink-
get lost, wait until it gets dark.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
see the pink
You'll see
tree.
the pink
you can't,
tree.
You can't miss it.
It's great.
Exactly. So 401 Brant Street, a block
Yes.
north of the Lakeshore.
Yeah.
Now, what about Let Us Love Cafe? Where's that located?
Let Us Love is at 399 John Street, and we're just on, John and Lakeshore. So we're a little bit closer to the lake down
That's right.
there. And that's our restaurant where we make tons and tons of delicious, yummy food.
And we eat there every day.
Yes.
That's
pretty
right.
much.
we didn't spend too much time on Let Us Love Cafe, but
Yeah.
it is a cafe. I mean,
Yeah.
we go there to have lunch all the time. Just an incredible
It's
place.
amazing. amazing.
The atmosphere. You got
Yeah.
people hanging out over there as well.
Yep,
I
it's
think
awesome.
you sprinkled some fairy dust on
I
that
think
place.
so too, maybe.
Well, it kind of birthed everything, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
that's where it all happened, in kind food there, and we're open for dinner too, so
Yes.
6 days a week. And the good news is Lettuce Love is expanding, so we're going through the wall.
Yes, through the wall. Yes.
So next door is going to be a smoothie bar. We're not announcing the name yet, right?
No.
Do you have a name or
We do.
or okay, you just
We
don't want
do.
to
We
announce
do.
it. It's kind of like
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
telling
It's
you if it's a
actually-
boy or a girl.
It's a great name.
Exactly.
And actually,
Okay.
Michael came up with the name.
Yeah.
Mike is our GM. He's been there
Yes.
forever.
Yes.
Mike is amazing.
Great
Mike
guy.
Rennie.
Someone's got a
isn't he?
smile on his face.
Just incredible.
Yeah.
fella.
He's a keeper, that one.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a keeper. Erinn says that.
If you don't keep him, I'll keep him.
I know,
He's
right?
good.
I want to keep him.
Michael, if you're watching this, we're
all
keeping
keeping
you.
So Lettuce Love is really fantastic. So, and we're looking at doing opening Mondays too, but that'll be coming down the road. But we're going to be amping up our smoothie department.
Yes.
So it's going to be very
Big news,
exciting.
yes.
Big announcement. That'll be coming out in about a week or two's time.
Okay.
And yeah, so we're really excited about it. Why don't we say the name of it?
You what?
It's completely up to you. Don't
Because
do it on
by
my
the
account.
time
by the time this airs, I'm
Yeah.
sure in a week or two the name will be out.
Okay, Erinn, it's
You
going to
can
be
say it
called
quietly.
Pure Love.
Oh, I love it.
Like it? As in lettuce love, which is more the food,
That-
and then pure love will
That's
be.
you
Pure
know
love.
what? That's a perfect name.
Yeah.
As soon as you said, it, I was like, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you know,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it works.
There's a little bit of a purr in there too.
Pure,
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's going to be a
Exactly.
smoothie
Pure
bar
love.
and smoothie bowls and all these superfoods. So we
That's
are
incredible.
just amping that
Getting
place
ready
Yeah.
for
right
it.
out.
I can't wait.
Yeah. It's
gonna be
Honestly,
fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
locations. You girls will definitely need more hours in the day.
I know.
And Burlington's
it.
needed a smoothie bar,
Yes.
right?
I agree.
That's
true.
100%.
yeah.
So,
We're excited.
anything else you want to add to this? I have completely run out of
Are you
questions.
exhausted yet?
No.
Oh my God,
I
there's
am
just so
not.
many things.
I am just getting started. I mean, I could keep going all day, yeah? Anything else you want to add for...
I don't think so. Come visit us at both businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Simple
enjoy the
as
Be a
that.
part of it.
Walking distance to the waterfront.
Yes.
And it's just
Perfect
it's a great
location.
place to hang out in and join our mini vegan rib fest
That's right.
every week.
Yeah. You guys definitely do sell out a lot on the weekends here.
Yeah.
We said
Between
that
two-
because we
yes.
actually on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday we can have about 10,000 people that come through the doors of just the Bake Shop alone. That's not even
Yeah.
including Lettuce
In
Love.
just little Burlington.
And it's so
Rib Fest has nothing on you. This is the
Nothing on
vegan
us.
Rib Fest every single weekend happening here.
at Lettuce Love and Kelly's Bake Shop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where can people get a hold of your book?
You can go to Indigo. You can buy it online. You can go to Amazon,
Okay.
iTunes,
Or come here,
Or
we
come
sign
to the
it
Bake
for
Shop,
you.
or Let Us Love, and we will sign it for you too when you come in.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
it's available anywhere.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well,
great.
that's it for me. Again, I'd like to thank Erinn and Kelly for their time.
Thank you.
I
Thank
had
you.
fun
For coming
chatting.
in and
It's my
setting up.
pleasure.
Thank you.
It's
It's
my
great.
pleasure. All right, guys. Come. That's all I can say.
Awesome
Come
guy.
here. Come here and check this place out. Take care.